Is Yandy and Mendices' marriage truly the picture of perfection they present, or is there a startling reality they've kept under wraps? And when it comes to Scrappy's daring comeback to Kirk and Rasheeda's remarks on their open marriage, what's the real story? What's really happening when the cameras stop rolling will leave you stunned. Stick around to uncover the jaw-dropping truths no one's dared to reveal. Lately, reality TV has been shaken by a brewing storm, swirling around some of love and hip-hop's biggest names. Tensions are rising fast, from Scrappy's fiery reaction to Kirk and Rasheeda's explosive comments on Yandy and Mendices' relationship, to the quiet murmurs questioning the real foundation of their marriage. The drama is reaching a boiling point. But what's the real story happening off camera? In this video, we're peeling back the layers of the drama that's turning heads, from rumors of open marriages to intense clashes playing out in public, and spilling all the behind-the-scenes truths the cameras conveniently miss. Is Yandy and Mendices' marriage as flawless as it seems, or is there more beneath the surface? And what pushed Scrappy to finally call out Kirk and Rasheeda? We're breaking it all down for you. And believe me, this is something you'll want to see. By the time this video wraps up, you'll have the full picture. No gossip, no guesses, just raw facts and startling revelations that might flip your entire view of these reality TV icons. Stay with us as we uncover the truth buried beneath the buzz, the drama, and the fiery reactions that could make you rethink everything. The tension between Scrappy, Kirk, and Rasheeda has been simmering for some time, but it recently exploded. If you've been following the latest Love and Hip Hop episodes, you're aware that Kirk and Rasheeda have sparked some heated debates, particularly around their marriage and the bold statements they made about Yandy and Mendices. In a recent interview, Kirk and Rasheeda made waves by dropping a bombshell. They hinted at doubts about the true nature of Yandy and Mendices' relationship, even suggesting that they might have an open marriage. And that's where Scrappy enters the scene. For some time now, the Love and Hip Hop cast has been carefully navigating their friendships and alliances amidst the chaos of reality TV. This time, Scrappy wasn't about to let Kirk and Rasheeda's comments go unchallenged. In a bold move, Scrappy, famous for his fiery temper and no-holds-barred attitude, took to social media and interviews to call the couple out. But why did Scrappy decide to step in? It wasn't just about the open marriage accusations. For Scrappy, it wasn't just about the rumors. It was about loyalty. Having a deep, long-standing friendship with Yandy, he wasn't going to sit back while Kirk and Rasheeda spread lies. Scrappy made it clear, in the world of showbiz, when it comes to his real ones, he's all in, and Yandy is family. But Scrappy didn't stop there. He took it a step further by throwing serious shade at Kirk and Rasheeda, questioning their own relationship and calling out their blatant hypocrisy. "If you can't keep your own marriage together, don't go pointing fingers at others," Scrappy fired back, stressing that no one should be throwing stones when their own glass house is on the verge of crumbling. Now, let's dive deeper into what exactly Kirk and Rasheeda had to say about Yandy and Mendices. It all kicked off during a casual conversation, when Rasheeda casually mentioned that she and Kirk suspected Yandy and Mendices might be in an open relationship. A couple who has weathered years of controversy, especially regarding their personal lives. This wasn't their first rodeo. But this time, their remarks about Yandy and Mendices hit a new level. So, what made Kirk and Rasheeda feel the need to publicly speculate on Yandy and Mendices' relationship? The reality is, while both couples exist in the same love and hip-hop world, their dynamics couldn't be more different. Kirk and Rasheeda, despite their ups and downs, have always portrayed themselves as a solid, traditional pair, and they've never hesitated to speak their minds. When it comes to Yandy and Mendices, things aren't as clear-cut. On the surface, their marriage seems unshakable, with Yandy constantly defending her husband against rumors and accusations of infidelity. Mendices, who has faced his own share of controversies, including past incarceration, has had his ups and downs. But through it all, Yandy has remained by his side, standing strong even when times seemed darkest. So, what made Kirk and Rasheeda think there was more to the story? For years, whispers have circulated about Yandy and Mendices' relationship, with some even suggesting that they've been in an open marriage for quite some time. But these are just rumors. Nothing concrete has ever been proven. Still, the speculation kept growing, eventually prompting Kirk and Rasheeda to offer their own take during a recent conversation. But here's where things take a shocking turn. Their comments weren't just idle gossip. Kirk and Rasheeda seemed to imply that an open relationship might explain some of the struggles Yandy and Mendices have faced over the years. This bold suggestion didn't sit well with Scrappy. As we know, Scrappy isn't the type to keep quiet when it comes to his friends, and this time he had plenty to say. After hearing Kirk and Rasheeda's take on Yandy and Mendices, Scrappy didn't hold back. Anyone who knows him knows how fiercely he protects his loved ones, especially when it comes to loyalty and respect. But when it came to defending Yandy and Mendices, things got even more heated. Scrappy made it crystal clear in his response that he wasn't having Kirk and Rasheeda's assumptions about his friend's relationship. He even went as far as to call them out for crossing a line by publicly speculating about something so deeply personal. Scrappy didn't hold back, pointing out that their remarks weren't just innocent comments. They were an attack on the integrity of his friends and their marriage. And Scrappy wasn't about to let that pass without standing up. What's even more intriguing is how Scrappy framed his response. He didn't just defend Yandy and Mendices. He also dug deeper into the complexities of relationships in the public eye, particularly in the realm of reality TV. Scrappy made it clear that being under constant scrutiny often leads to misconceptions, and he wasn't going to let his friends be misrepresented. People only see what they want to see, Scrappy said. They don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. Just because something looks one way on TV doesn't mean it's the truth. This is a crucial point. Reality TV rarely tells the full story. In fact, many of the most popular reality shows are heavily edited to craft a narrative that doesn't always reflect a person's true character or the authenticity of a relationship. So, when Kirk and Rasheeda commented on Yandy and Mendices, they were essentially forming their opinions based on what they saw on TV, far from the full reality. Scrappy didn't hold back as he vented his frustrations over how both the public and fellow reality stars often try to dictate what a relationship should look like. We're all adults here, and what works for one couple doesn't work for another, he said. I know Yandy and Mendices. They share a strong bond, and it's not for anyone to question just because they don't get it. But here's where things take an intriguing turn. Scrappy wasn't just calling out Kirk and Rasheeda. He also threw a subtle jab at the entire culture of public scrutiny that reality stars constantly face. I'm tired of people acting like they have all the answers when they don't even know the first thing about real life, he fired back. Now we know Scrappy's not alone in his feelings. Mendices and Yandy, the couple at the center of all the speculation, also had something to say about the open relationship rumors, and their response was more powerful and nuanced than anyone expected. To kick things off, Yandy took to social media to confront the growing rumors head-on. As expected, Yandy wasn't having any of the rumors. Let me clear this up for the millionth time, she wrote in a post that quickly went viral. Mendices and I have a solid relationship. We communicate, we trust each other, and we support each other's growth. Yandy went on to stress that there's no room in their marriage for external opinions or judgments. This isn't a reality TV storyline, she added. This is our real life, and for anyone trying to tear that down, you're wasting your time. But Mendices wasn't about to stay silent either. He went live on Instagram, something he rarely does, and spoke directly into the camera. People out here making assumptions about my marriage, and I'm here to tell you, that's not how we operate, he said, shaking his head. We are strong. We are together. And whatever rumors people want to believe, let them. Yandy and Mendices both declared. But if you want the truth is simple. We have a deep, honest relationship, period. In their responses, it was clear. They weren't just defending their marriage. They were taking control of their own story. For them, that meant putting an end to the narrative that their love was just fodder for gossip. But here's where things take another unexpected turn. Despite their bold assertions, the rumors about their so-called open relationship didn't just fade away. In fact, they seemed to grow stronger. This only fueled the fire even more. Why were people so obsessed with this idea? And why, despite the couple's efforts to shut it down, did the rumor continue to spread like wildfire? Mendices made it crystal clear that the gossip had gotten completely out of hand. There's no open relationship here. We trust each other, and that's it. Why is that so hard for people? Mendices and Yandy's decision to remain tight-lipped about the rumors raised some eyebrows. Were they hiding something, or were they simply trying to protect their privacy? As the drama surrounding their relationship continued to unfold, one person had remained eerily silent, Yandy's best friend. Known to the public only for her brief appearances on Love and Hip Hop, this mysterious confidant had always been a steady source of support for Yandy, especially during difficult times. But with the mounting rumors about an open relationship and the growing tension between Yandy and Mendices, something unexpected was about to happen. In an unexpected turn, Yandy's best friend, who had always kept a low profile when it came to the couple's personal matters, took to social media in a bold move. In a now-deleted post, she shared an emotional message that hinted at the underlying truth behind the couple's struggles. Sometimes the ones we love the most hurt us the deepest, and sometimes the truth is more complicated than we can handle, she wrote, followed by a cryptic line, "People don't know the real story. They don't understand what we go through behind closed doors." The post was brief, yet it sent shockwaves across social media. Fans and even casual viewers of Love and Hip Hop were left reeling, wondering what exactly Yandy's best friend was alluding to. Was she implying that there was more to the story of Yandy and Mendices' rumored open relationship than anyone had realized? Or was she pointing to deeper, more personal struggles within their circle that had never been made public? This was the first time Yandy's best friend had ever commented on such matters, and it only fueled the fire. Her cryptic message had already ignited a storm of speculation, but when Yandy's best friend appeared in a live Instagram video a few days later, things escalated quickly. With a mix of anger and frustration in her eyes, she addressed the growing rumors head-on. "You think you know what's really going on, but you have no idea," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "I've seen it all, behind closed doors, behind the cameras, and trust me, it's not what you think." For those tuning in, the intensity of her words felt like a confession. What started as a subtle hint had now turned into something much more serious. The firestorm of speculation wasn't just about a relationship anymore. It was about the untold truths that no one had yet uncovered. It was a heartfelt plea for the truth to be recognized. Yandy's best friend seemed to be calling on the couple to confront their issues openly before the rumors spiraled further. "The truth is buried deep, but it's time for it to come to light," she declared. "It's bigger than all the drama, and people need to stop playing games." And then, just as quickly as she had shared these cryptic words, she ended the live session, leaving her audience stunned and filled with more questions than ever. The video left fans grappling with uncertainty. Was this the start of her revealing everything about Yandy and Mendes' struggles, or just a teaser for something even more explosive? But just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more tangled, Mendes too decided it was time to speak out. The world had been eagerly awaiting his side of the story. After weeks of rumors and controversy, Mendes finally decided it was time to speak out. He took to Instagram, posting a heartfelt message that would undoubtedly send shockwaves through the reality TV community. "I've been silent for a while now, and I know a lot of you are wondering why," Mendes began, his words measured but full of emotion. "There's a lot that's been said, a lot that's been assumed, but I want to set the record straight about something that's been weighing on my heart." He continued, clarifying that while he and Yandy had faced their fair share of personal struggles, the ongoing rumors surrounding an open relationship couldn't have been further from the truth. "We're human," he shared. "We've had our ups and downs like anyone else, but we don't operate that way." In his Instagram post, Mendes clarified that while he and Yandy have faced challenges, the rumors of an open relationship are completely false. He said, "We're human, we have our issues, but an open relationship is not for us." Mendes emphasized that people only see a small part of their lives on TV or hear rumors, but they don't know the full story. He reiterated that their commitment to each other and their family is what truly matters, and only they know what goes on behind closed doors. But then Mendes dropped a bombshell that had everyone questioning everything they thought they knew about him and Yandy. "The pressure, the public judgment, it takes a toll," he said. "People don't realize how hard it is to be constantly under a microscope. So yeah, we've made mistakes, we've had disagreements, but nothing that would lead to us opening our relationship up. That's just not true, Mendes wrote, but the most shocking part of his post came when he hinted at a deeper issue. There's a lot that I've kept quiet about for the sake of my family and our reputation, he said. But some things can't stay hidden forever. The truth will come out eventually, whether I'm ready or not. Fans immediately began analyzing his words, wondering if Mendes was hinting at a major revelation that would change everything.